Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, my beautiful Tauruses. How are y'all doing today on this beautiful Monday? Mental health check in. I hope everyone is mentally, doing all right. I hope you all are, thinking positive. If you're not, if you're dealing with some anxiety, depression, I send healing your way. I hope you all had a very beautiful weekend. I hope you had a nice, relaxing weekend. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. My beautiful Taurus and Spirit guides has given me the energy to check on everyone. Oh, thank you. I'm doing fine. Thank y'all for asking. Thank you so much. This message is for um, some of you that could be, got a lot on your mind. You have a lot on your mind. You're thinking about a lot. Okay. I feel like some of you could be in the energy of thinking about if you want to forgive someone, if you should forgive someone, why should you forgive someone? You know, and Spirit Guys said because when you forgive, hello, new viewers, cross watchers, come on in, take what resonates, reverse the roles, how they fit in your life. I don't know y'all's life, so I need you to reverse the roles, how they fit in your life, okay? So I feel like, Tars, you're in the energy of, you know, maybe it's been on your mind or just throughout your life, you have had this in your thought of forgiving someone or trying to figure out why you should forgive someone or how do you forgive someone? It's the question. How do you forgive someone? Take a deep breath with me, Taurus. Take a deep breath with me. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, Taurus. Slowly. How do you forgive someone that has or that does not deserve to be forgiven? You ask, Miss Positive Thoughts and Energy, how do I do that? How do I forgive someone that does not deserve to be forgiven? And I say this to a lot of y'all. I say this in my readings a lot of times, my beautiful Virgos. I'm sorry, my beautiful Tauruses. I just did Virgo. I say this a lot. You forgive. How do you forgive? Is you forgive for you. Is how you forgive. You forgive for you. That's how you forgive. Something in my eye, y'all. You forgive for you. It's not about the other person. It's not. It really is not. It's not about the other person. You forgive for you. How do you forgive? You learn to forgive, but you learn to forgive for you. Now, it's not about forgetting. You would never forget, but you forgive only for yourself. Spirit guides, I ask you to give me clarity, understanding. This is for Taurus. What's in the energy for Taurus? So how do you forgive? You forgive by forgiving yourself. You forgive, and you release that energy of holding on to the bitterness, to the very taste, the very bitter taste that's in your mouth, that is right on the tip of your tongue. You forgive for you, but you never forget. But you forgive for you. You're not forgiving for that person. I feel like some of you may be getting it all mixed up that if I forgive them, that makes them think that everything is good, everything is okay. No, you forgive them, you move on, you forgive them, you let it go, you forgive them, but you don't forget. But you forgive them for you, because in the midst of forgiving them for you, you can continue to move forward in your life. But as long as you continue to hold on to what that very thing that you're trying to forgive someone for, you are stunning your whole growth in life. I'm in here to encourage you to forgive for you. Never think, ever think that it's about the other person or it's about them. It's not. It's about you. Forgiving for you. Change. It's about forgiving for you. Yeah. When you let go of the bitterness, the hatred, the animosity, all of that is interfering with you progressing in life. When you learn to move on and forgive them for you, and always tell yourself, oh, it was never about the other person. Never about the other person. That's how you can learn how to forgive. It says, change takes place each day of my life, infinity ways. And I embrace, welcome, and look forward to these new opportunities. When you forgive someone, you're saying, you know what? I got to do this for me, because it's not about them. Because if it was about them, then I would never let go of what they done to me. I would never let go of what was done in my life. I would never let it go. I would stay stuck in the same place. So it's never about you. It's never about, when I say you, it's never about the other person. Because if I hold on to it, I would never get peace about it. But if I realize that and start to process whatever this was that caused you to say, how do I forgive someone for what they done to me? When I begin to process it, that means that I'm moving forward to own with my life. But I would never forget what you done to me. I would never forget what happened in my life. I would never forget it, but I would not let it stunt my growth. I would not let it bound me, put me in stronghold. I will continue to go towards what my happiness, my abundance, my peace, and my joy. Because if I stay in it, that means that you are stripping me from my peace and my joy. I must forgive. I must allow this change to take place in my life in order for me to get to the promised land, in order for me to get to where God has me to be. But if I hold on to it, I'm not living. I am just existing, because I'm allowing what you done to me, or what happened in my life, or what I could not get closure from, or what I did not see, or what I did not understand. I will allow you to strip whatever is good for me, because I'm staying stuck in bitterness and in resentment. So that allows me to not move forward. That's why I say, when it comes down to forgiveness, it's never about the other person. It's all about you. It's all about you. And you realize that change has to take place in order for change, in order to see something move in my life. I must forgive for me. I must forgive the other person for me, no matter how you treated me, no matter what you done to me. I must forgive myself for me. And the only way that happens is that change has to take place. The only way that happens is that when it comes down to change, there has to be some movement in order for my life to change for the better. For the better. Change can't take place Change cannot take place in your life if there is no movement. And you said, I will no longer allow whoever, whatever has done me wrong, hold me in a place of stagnation. Hold me in a mental, psychological state of stagnation. Hold me in a mental state of anxiety and depression where I can't even move and see my own way through. There must be a change in my life. The change must take place in order for me to evolve and to become my higher self and to become, to have joy and peace in my heart and soul. But I'm not doing none of this for the other person. I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for me. When people understand that concept of forgiving, how do I forgive someone that done this to my brother, my sister, my mother, my How can I forgive someone that treated me bad at my job? How do I forgive some relationships that hurt me, that abused me, How do I forgive someone that molests me, that treated me badly, that beat me? How do I forgive this person for what they done to me? And it's never about the other person. Oh, I had to learn. That was the hardest part of my healing that I had to do, going through my healing stage of my life, forgiving the very person that molested me. How do you forgive when it hurts so bad? How do you forgive when it tore you apart at one time in your life? How do you find forgiveness when it cuts so deeply? How do you forgive the pain that you have had to endure? How, Miss Positive Thoughts and Energy? I'm trying. Part of me want to, part of me don't. But I'm trying to. How do you forgive someone that has ripped your heart apart? It's easy said than done. Whatever your situation is, whatever your circumstance is, how do you forgive someone that has treated you so bad or caused so much pain in your life? How do you do it? How do you do it? You do it, my beautiful Tauruses, by doing it for yourself. Doing it for yourself. Doing it for yourself. Divine timing. It all takes time. It all takes time. How do I do it, Miss Positive Thoughts and Energy? How do I forgive him? How do I forgive her? How do I forgive my mother? How do I forgive my father? How do I forgive the molestator that molested me? How do I forgive the person that raped me? How do I forgive the person that abused me, that violated me? How do I forgive the person? How do I forgive the person of how they treated me? How do I forgive? Oh, y'all don't hear me today. I'm on a different level of healing. Sweetheart, sir, you do it for yourself. You do it for you. Even if you don't get any closure, you do it for you. And yes, it takes time, divine timing. It all takes time. There's no time limit. There isn't on the healing of forgiving. But you're doing it for you. And it says, everything in my life is divine timing, and it all is unfolding as it should, with many exciting possibilities for tomorrow. That means that everything that's happening is unfolding like it should. In divine timing, you will learn to forgive even yourself. Some of you are really have been putting a strain on yourself because you're not forgiving yourself for what has happened to you or what someone done to you. You're putting a very strong hold on yourself for not forgiving yourself for what went wrong, what didn't work, or what you didn't do, or what. You're having a hard time forgiving yourself. This could be for yourself or for someone else. Take what resonates, reverse the roles, how they fit in your life. I don't know your life. I'm merely tapping into it. But I'm not here to play with anyone. Everything is in divine timing. You will get through this. Right now, some of you are going through something very traumatic, and you're trying to understand. You just don't have it in your heart. I don't have it in my heart, Miss Positive Thoughts of Energy, to forgive this person. I don't have it. But see, the whole mind, your whole psychological thinking is that you think that you got to forgive this person to relieve this person. It's not about that person. It's about you. Letting go of animosity, bitterness, hatred. It's not for them. It's for you. What you're doing for them is you're allowing yourself to stay stuck in the past. You're allowing yourself to stay stuck into whatever happened. You're holding yourself back from what is for you up ahead, the road up ahead, up there. The joy, the peace, the sound mind. Over here, where you're not forgiving someone, you're having insomnia. You can't sleep. You're walking around mad. You're walking around hateful. You're walking around bitter. Okay, over here, because you're allowing them to stop you from moving forward. Mind you, I never said you have to forget. And I never said you have to forgive them for them. No, you forgiving them for you. And I never said that it has to be a particular time that you do it, because everything is in divine timing. There's a process for everything. But some of you have been stuck in this way of blaming yourself for a lot of years about something that may have happened 20, 30 years ago. You're holding yourself, you're really, really being very mean to you, and you need to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself, because you only knew what you knew at the time that you went through what you went through. You only knew what you knew. It's time to forgive yourself. It's time for a change to take place in your life. Yeah, get your tea, get your coffee, get your whatever you're drinking, because this is not a short video. And if you got to replay it 2, 3, 4 times, yes, do that. Remember, forgiving is never about the other person. Forgiving is about you moving forward in your life. I love you too. It hurts. It does hurt. Because you want answers. You want answers. You want to take action. You want answers. You want answers. Why? You want answers. I take action each day towards my heart's desire. I do this in many ways. You want actions. It's like you want answers. How do I do it, Miss Positive Thoughts of Energy and Spirit Guides? God say, just take one day at a time. Just take one day at a time. Take one day at a time, Taurus. Yeah. That's how you get through it. It's taking one day at a time, sweetheart. I know love in spite of. Love in spite of, Taurus. Love anyway, in spite of. I know that's the hardest thing. How can you love? How can you still have love in your heart after you've been mistreated and done any kind of way? I should be bitter. I should be angry. I should go and get even. And Spirit Guides, God say, no, that's not the answer. That's not the answer, getting even. That's not the answer. That's not it. got to find balance. Find balance about your life, about learning how to forgive. Find balance. I didn't say that you have to forget it. No, I never said that. Some things you need to forget. Some things you can't forget because it's so traumatic. But when you find balance, you learn how to process it. You learn how to deal with it. And you learn how to move on with your life. Whether this is death of someone you lost. Whatever it is. It doesn't matter. Everybody has their own story. Finding balance in your life. I have countless opportunities each day to create balance, joy, and freedom within my life. Free yourself from not forgiving yourself. Free yourself from what someone done to you. Forgive for you. Everything is about forgiving for you. Yeah, that part. It's hard when you have been hurt so bad. When you've been violated. When you want to know the answers. And you know, there are people out here that still hold to this day, 40 years later, 50 years later, still are bitter and very resentful and very hateful because of what someone done to them. They're still holding on to that energy. Yeah, learn to forgive yourself. Learn to forgive anyone that wronged you for you, and so that you can move on with your life. Learn how to process it. Spirit guides, tell me more. Thank you. Lightning, disruption, change. Yeah, you know, you went through a lot. Some of you experienced something had happened. You know, it's like your world has turned upside down for some of you. A disruption, a lightning. Some of you went through a traumatic change here recently. Something happened. You saw lightning flash before you, or something very disturbed. Something happened. Or something just took place in your life that was very, very disturbing in your life. Could have been 41 years ago. "40 years ago, something tragic happened." Divine timing, anchor. Divine timing. You will be, stability. You will be stable, okay? You will learn how to get through this. You will learn how to get through this in the divine time, and you will be anchored, okay? You will be stable. And some of you already there. Remember, everybody's on different timelines. A lot of you are now more stable-minded. You learn how to forgive what happened in your life, and you're doing it for yourself. And a lot of you're more stable mentally, psychologically now than you have ever been. Some of you, you're going through this right now, that you're learning how to forgive someone. Some of you, this is coming up in the future. But it took timing to get to this stage, or to get to this point in your life that you become stable. You had to make this change. You had to evolve if you wanted yourself to be at peace with whatever happened in your life. If you wanted to be at peace, or you wanted to have your joy and get your joy back and get the bitter taste out of your mouth, you had to learn how to do that. And it took time. But now you're anchored. Now you're stable. You're anchored in yourself now. A lot of you took time to forgive yourself for a lot of things, for some things that happened to you that you blamed yourself, and it was never your fault. It took time to get to the mental state of stability in your psychological thoughts. But you did it. So remember, everybody's on different timelines. A lot of you saw lightning flash right before your eyes. A lot of you went through a traumatic state in your life, in your childhood, in your adulthood, in your teenage days. You went through a lot. And you held on to a lot of bitterness, a lot of resentment, a lot of hatred for a long time. You carried this for a long time, and you said, how do I forgive someone that hurt me so bad? How do I forgive for someone that had done me so wrong? And it's like that was the hardest struggle, mentally hardest struggle to get through. But you done it. You surrendered and you done it. You done it. You called back your energy and you got your energy back, and you surrendered. You called back all your energy and you got your energy back. Look at the pipeline. Look at the lines on that card. You got your energy back. You learned how to forgive for you. You never forget, but you forgive for yourself. And now you are on a higher frequency. You surrender to it. And you realize that I'm stopping my own self for what God has for me in my life. I'm stopping my own self from what my higher source has for me in my life. I have been stunting my own growth because I held on to so much. And you thought that if I let it go, that means that this person is getting an okay to go on with their life, when in fact you had the wrong concept. When you forgive, it's about you. It's about you moving on and processing peace from it and letting it go. And God will deal with them. God would deal with them. Judgment will come on them. So you surrendered. You took action. It's clarifying surrender. You took action. And you said, I got to make a change. If I don't change, I will stay stuck where I'm at. I would never go towards my happiness. I would never evolve into something beautiful. I would never get my joy or my peace back. So I have to surrender. I had to, because it was holding me back. I was stuck. I was angry. I was just not who I supposed to be. And you got your energy back because you are resilient. And you healed with the heart card in reverse. You healed. You healed the pain. You healed the pain because you're very resilient. And you got your energy back. Now everybody's on different timelines. Some of you going through this right now. You're trying to figure out, how do I forgive? And the answer is to your question is that you forgive for you. Yeah, by walking away and moving on with your life and letting it go. By walking away and letting it go. By moving on with your life in whatever area this may be in your life. By moving on, because they never fulfilled your cups anyway. By walking away and never looking back. That's you getting your energy back, your power back. That's you forgiving yourself, forgiving them, not for them, but for you. By walking away. Walking away from being breadcrumb, treated less than, didn't care how they treated you. You walked away from it because you was not valued. You forgave them of how you done them, how they done you. You forgave them for you. It's like, I don't need no closure. I don't need you to tell me why you done it. I done it because of me. And that was the best thing you could have ever done, was walked out of this person's life. And stop allowing them to breadcrumb you, treat you any kind of way, disrespect you, hurt you. Yeah, you've been overthinking this a lot. You've been overthinking this a lot. Some of you, not everybody. You've been overthinking a lot. Some of you could be overthinking this a lot right now. Like, how do I do it? Why should I have to forgive this person? And Spirit guides, God say, please stop overthinking. Please stop overthinking, because it's not about that person. It's about you, so that you can go on to live your more joyful, peaceful life, so you won't have any hatred in your heart, regardless of what somebody done to you. We have to learn how to transmute that energy. It was never about them, about him, about her, about the situation. Yeah. See, they're going to watch you. See, you're the King of Pentacles, Taurus. You're stable, you're grounded. All they can do is watch you. Ever since you left, ever since you've forgiven someone, you've been stabled. Okay, you've not, a lot has happened good in your life, and all they can do is watch you from afar. That's all they can do. Ever since you decided to go in hermit mode and to gain a lot of wisdom and to learn how do you forgive, and to learn how to forgive and realize that forgiving is all about you and never the person. And now they got to watch you. They got to watch you be stable in your life. Tell me more, Spirit. Now they got to watch you. Okay? People that lied, stolen, cheated, done things to you, hurt you a lot, put a lot of knives in your back. You went through a lot of pain, a lot of hurt. How do I forgive someone that hurt me so bad, that took my vulnerability? How do I forgive the people that lied and cheated and gossiped and told lies and discriminated me and done all these hurtful things to me? How do I forgive? How do I say goodbye to yesterday? You say goodbye to yesterday by forgiving for yourself. Some of you are still stuck with the pain, with the Six of Cups. Everybody on different timelines. Some of you are still stuck in the pain of the past. You're still stuck of the pain of the past. And one day you will get to the point and place. I can't tell you when to stop. I can't tell you what time to heal or none of that. But one day you will get to the point in life that you said, you know what, I got to stop allowing what happened take my power, take my energy, take my joy, take my peace, my sanity. Some of you will get that. Some of you may never get that. Some of you may hold on to that. And that will stunt your blessings. That will stop your blessings because of the bitterness, the hatred that you have in your heart. Yeah, some of you are trying to make a decision. If you should follow your heart and forgive this person, forgive someone, forgive the past. And I am here to give you confirmation that you're not forgiving them for them. You could care freaking less. You're forgiving them for you. You're forgiving them for you. Any other message for Taurus Spirit? Yeah. You have options. Another confirmation. Yeah. You're no longer with this negative thoughts. You have let go of the ego of holding on to something that is not even yours to hold on to. To hold on to the bitterness, the resentment, the anger. You're holding on to something that is not even yours to hold on to. You holding on to someone else's karma. Yeah, you're holding on to someone else's karma. Let that go. Focus on you. And a lot of you have done that. A lot of you have done that. Final card, Spirit. Final card. And now you're getting your pentacles. I can't make this up. Because you chose to walk through that gate right there and claim what is yours. And that means getting your energy back. Getting your energy back. Calling your energy back. And letting go of somebody else's karma. I am Positive Thoughts Energy. That's how you learn how to forgive someone that wronged you. Until next time, Taurus.